Okay. All right, guys. So what I want to talk to you guys tonight about is just something we've touched on, but staying the course. And Bianca, I'm recording this. I'm really glad that you're on here because I don't know if you saw, I actually messaged you. It looks like you read it, but I actually messaged you. And if you don't mind, I just want you to share a little bit about something I'm going to bring up in a minute. But I know that, we all start at different paces. Our businesses go at different speeds. Some of us have life things that happen and we get discouraged and, all kinds of things happen. And I just want you guys to walk away from tonight remembering that this is a marathon, not a sprint, that we are not here to, make $1 million in the next 6 months. So to put it in perspective for you guys, our main position was Mike moved very fast. Our main position, what are you laughing at? Oh,
You're cutting out. Oh my God. Remix.
Well, you jumped all in with that crazy name. You threw Monica all off. Okay. So if you guys don't know the story, so we joined, right? Our main position went ambassador in like 10 months. So Mike was just crushing it. Our main position just skyrocketed. We went ambassador, and I'm going to be real with you guys on this call tonight. So our main position went ambassador in 10 months. We were in the top 10. We were in the top 20. We earned the trip to Costa Rica. We were number 89, I believe. In 2019, we ended conference in 89. And if you guys notice, I didn't talk about a number in 2020 because we were not even in the top 200 in 2020. So just to put that in perspective, we do this full time. We both do. We live a great life. We make a great living, but some COVID destroyed international. International was so hard to do through COVID. Nobody could travel, all these things. And so our business went through a season. And we could have been like, we're going to give up. We're not going to do this. We could have been discouraged, but we didn't. We just we didn't look either way. We kept looking forward. We know the bigger picture here. And we know that our businesses are going to go through seasons. And so I really want you guys to remember that as I'm talking to some of you that have been around for a while, or maybe you joined in the last month and you didn't earn your shopping spree or something, something hit you and discouraged you. I didn't earn my shopping spree in our second position. Monica didn't earn hers. I mean, look at Monica. She's crushing it. She didn't earn her shopping spree.
Are you in Ohio? Because we can hear you. Okay, sorry.
Can everyone else hear me? Anton, I think it's you.
My God, Linda.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm offended.
Well,
Verizon Wireless, can you hear me now?
Take your offended rear end and maybe log back in.
Honey, I'm driving. I get it. It's fine. I'll continue. Sorry.
It's okay. Now I don't even remember what I was saying. I totally lost my train of thought.
You were talking about shopping sprees and not getting shopping sprees.
Yes, so thank you. So I want you to keep that in mind as you're new here, as you're getting started. The hardest time in this business truly is getting started. It's getting off your feet. It's getting outside your comfort zone. It's getting over yourself, things that other people have told you, things that you might believe from things other people have told you. And so that's why in your first month, especially, or let's say your first 6 months, it is so important to focus on personal development. I'm going to get to Bianca's story in a minute, but Monica, you, I know, struggled a lot with that and you overcame a lot of mindset type things. Will you share just real quick, just what you did and how much focusing on your positive mindset truly affected not just this business, but your life in general?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was one, I didn't really think that personal development, like doing affirmations and speaking nice to myself, was really going to change things. I played around with it in the beginning and I would like do it here and there. But I had told Brandy, like, I noticed the days that I didn't do it, like, I didn't like myself. I didn't like the people around me. I wanted to quit. I was comparing myself to other people. Like I was getting really, really discouraged. And then once I had my foot injury and I was home and I didn't have nothing but time, I was like, what am I going to do with my time? Am I going to sit and watch Netflix all day and binge and watch different shows? Or I can use this time to work on myself. Ask people to recommend some books to me, read those books, make sure I got up every morning to do my affirmations. I took into consideration what Brandy said, and I didn't make my affirmations just about my business, but about my family and other things that I wanted to see. And now, like, I don't care if I sleep in just a little bit. I have to do my affirmations and devotion every day. It plays such a difference. It makes me stop sometimes when I'm in the middle of a negative thought and I'm like, but you wrote such nice things about yourself this morning. You wrote such nice things about your business this morning. So I have really come to believe that, yeah, I might not be where I want to be. Like, yeah, I'm going for Emerald, but it's a marathon. It's God's plan is for me, just continue to do the things and show up, and he rewards those who show up.
See, and that's perfect. And the amount of growth and leadership I've seen coming out of Monica since she joined this business less than a year ago, and myself included. Like, Monica, you joined, you're one of my personally enrolled. You joined 8-9 months ago-ish. And look at just the evolution you've seen in other people in the team. Amy's a great one, even in myself.
I'll say even in you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so my leadership back when you joined compared to my leadership now, and not that I'm the perfect leader I want to be, but my point is it's ever evolving and ever changing.
Mhm.
And so even just in the 8 months since she joined, I've grown and evolved and changed and bettered myself. And so that doesn't ever truly stop. So it's not like you hit double diamond or triple diamond or ambassador diamond, and then you're like, oh, I can stop working on myself. I can stop growing. It is something you commit to. It is a lifestyle. And if your business isn't moving quite as fast as you want it to be, one of the things Mike always says is the time's going to pass anyway. The time is going to pass anyways. In a month, it's going to be middle of April. That time is going to pass. But what are you doing in that next month to better yourself, to better your business, to do all the things? Because like Monica said, she could have sat at home and watched Netflix. Who doesn't love to binge a good Netflix show? Mike and I do it every night. Y'all know we shut down early. We shut down and we go watch a show and snuggle. Like, that is our, like, release the day. That's our time. And so we could sit around. I don't have to work. I don't have to work, right? We have an ambassador position. Mike does a ton of stuff. If I truly didn't want to, I don't have to work, but I want to. And so I could sit around and push my business off. You guys have heard me talk about this. I could not do Wednesday night trainings. I'm exhausted. Like, y'all have seen my story. I've run myself into the ground again, but I show up every Wednesday for you guys because I want you guys to show up. And while that time is passing, building your business, it's going to pass anyways. The amount of growth that you experience in the meantime is invaluable. Like, that is almost worth more than the money as you're getting started, because you become a different person. And I know just in myself, I have become stronger. I have become louder. Sorry, y'all. I'm more passionate and louder about things, is what it is. But I set boundaries now in my life where I didn't in the past. I don't apologize for I am unapologetically me. And it's all because of growth. I listen to anywhere from 3 to 5 personal development books a month. I'm not expecting you all to do that. I listened to 30 last year. So it was like, what, 2.5, 3 books a month. My goal is 5 books a month this year. I'm not going to hit 5 books in March. I might hit 3, but that's okay. And so that's what I want you guys. You have to just keep doing the things and keep moving forward. So Bianca, I want you to share a little bit of your story, if you don't mind, because Bianca was one of the first people to say yes to me. One of the first people to join. And when Bianca joined, you know, she was going through nursing school. She's a single mom of 2 little ones. She has a son who's on the spectrum. She has a lot of life happening all the time. And so Bianca's journey hasn't moved as fast as she might have wanted to, but she's never given up. She's always showing up. She's continuing to grow and better herself. And even just Bianca's posting in the last year, she's even just stepped, you can see and feel her confidence. And it's all from the personal growth she's experiencing. So Bianca, if you don't mind sharing just a little bit of your story in your words or encouragement for anyone.
Yeah. So my biggest, I know you guys were doing like a word to describe, what were you guys doing earlier this year? A word for 2021?
So every year we do a word of the year.
Okay. So my word is perseverance, because like you said, I've not taken off like I wanted to, but I believe in my heart that I can, and I believe in this business, and I believe in what it can do for me and my family. And so I keep going despite what it looks like when I look around at my circumstances, because I feel like I can just imagine what it's gonna be if I just keep at it, because I believe it. And like Mike said that to me 2 years ago too. He said, whatever you're gonna do, like you can do whatever you want to do, but the time is gonna pass. If you look at a clock on the wall at noon, and then you don't look at that clock again until 1 p.m., that clock was gonna go from 12 noon to 1 p.m. And whatever you did in that 1 hour, that time was gonna pass anyway. So you can be productive in that 1 hour, or you can sit there and stare at the clock on the wall and get nothing done in that 1 hour. So I just keep going, and I'm not where I want to be, but I definitely can feel growth. I'm more confident. I remember when you couldn't ask me to get on here and say a single word. I do feel like I'm more active and intentional in my business than I ever was before. And so I'm just encouraged to be here, to be a part of this team. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And I'm never giving up.
See, and that's so powerful and inspiring. And you guys, remember the story of Mike's mom. So I didn't realize probably until right around her passing, what a powerhouse she truly was in network marketing. And as we were after the funeral, we went to Mike's sister's house, and we were looking through old pictures, and there's pictures of her speaking on stage, in front of 10 or 15,000 people. There's pictures, and Mike's parents started a network marketing company. I didn't know that for a long time. They started their own company. It did really well, and then it tanked, and they filed bankruptcy. Okay. And then they went on to be speaking in front of 10, 15,000 people. There's pictures of them hanging out with Jim Rohn and Bill Bailey. So, and their journey was over a 20-year time span. So much like Bianca's story, this is not something that if you don't get success in the first month, or people aren't reacting to you like you'd like them to, or they're not buying products right away, or, in your first month, you can't get discouraged. You can't feel like you're going to give up. This isn't going to work. You can't do this, because this is not something that's going to happen for you overnight. It takes time. And Mike and he's had to pull me out of a few spirals where, my businesses dropped down. I was like, I'm so done. Nobody's working, blah, blah, blah. Like, I lost my rank, et cetera, et cetera. And, then Mike had to give me the long-term plan, the 20-year plan, that if you build this long-term, the time's going to pass anyways. Growing yourself and putting something into a network marketing business, it will pay off. And so much like Bianca's story, and thank you for sharing that, she sees the value in this. She sees the long-term. She's made some money. She's paid off some cards. She's been able to spoil her kids. I've watched her do all these things, and she's grown a ton personally. So even though she's coming up on 2 years and she's not where she wants to be, she knows she's going to get there. So I just wanted you guys to focus on that perspective tonight. And then I want to talk to you about, recruiting and staying consistent and all the things. So I have been very consistent in my business it took me 6 months to even get started. Legit, I did not start for 6 months. We were triple diamond in our main position, sitting at conference. And I leaned over, we're down in the VIP section, and I leaned over to Mike and I was like, what rank are we? I was so disengaged. I knew nothing about anything. Used some of the products. I liked them. I just wasn't focused on it. And something clicked. And I decided I was going to go diamond. We're going to start a second position and I was going to go diamond. And I did it in 90 days. And then I hit diamond in that position. I think I might have requalified once, and I did not requalify diamond for like 9 months. 9 months, y'all. And then I requalified diamond. I think the next month I went double, and a month or two later I went triple. So again, I could have given up. When I lost my diamond, I could have been like, I'm out. People quit. This isn't for me. This isn't working. Mike, you do your thing. I'll hang with the kids. But I didn't, because I wanted it. I knew I could do it, and I had to prove to myself I could do it. And I saw the bigger picture. And the more we keep going, the more committed I get, the more I feel like it's a long-term type thing. Look in the chat, because there's some good comments you guys are doing back and forth in the chats. But so I share this with you tonight to share that the way that my business is moving, the way that I'm recruiting, I wasn't recruiting like this, even a year ago. And so I now, even through everything going on, guys, really sit and think about it, because everybody talks about life getting in their way. Life happens. I'm just overwhelmed. I have a lot going on. My kids, my health, my spouse, blah, 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 blah. All of the things. So just put this in perspective. In the last month and like a week, we moved out of our house because of mold. We moved into an Airbnb. Monica knows that Airbnb was a flipping nightmare. It was like the Money Pit house, the Tom Hanks Money Pit house. That's what this house was like. Then we had kids coming in and out of town. One of Mike's like really good friends, who's a legend in network marketing, died of cancer. Then like a week later, Mike's mom died. Then we drove to Ohio. Then we've been in Ohio dealing with funerals, kids, all the things. My health tanked. I mean, y'all saw my picture this morning. I'm a mess. My health tanked. And through all of that, you guys, I'm steadily recruiting. I'm steadily getting customers. I'm still putting up posts. I grew my TikTok, y'all, is at 13,000 followers. I mean, hello. But you know how that happened? That didn't happen by me getting on TikTok once or twice a week and doing a video. No, that happened by me putting my head down and saying, I am getting to 10K. I don't care what I have to do to get there. I'm getting there.
Oh my God, I'm at 2,500 followers on TikTok. And one of my videos went viral at 1,300 views.
I love you. I can't wait to have you.
OnlyFans is next. Oh wait, any children on this line?
Fans oh my God, mute.
It only makes sense.
I can't with him. I don't know if there's a way to permanently mute him when he gets on here. We'll have
to haters.
But guys, so I set a goal with myself on TikTok, and I was committed. That is that's Anton. Every week he has a different name on our trainings, but that's Anton. I set a goal. I made sure that I got there. And then now, guess what? On my way to getting to 10,000, I started to create patterns for myself and habits with doing my TikToks, with growing my following. I've gotten in a groove that now that's part of my day. TikTok was not a consistent part of my day. And I know that there's at least, is Carly still on here? Danielle's on here. and I think that might be Janina. There's at least 2 of you on this call that I recruited from TikTok. So I want you guys to be mindful of that. And I want you to truly look in the mirror. And I'm talking Monica, Brandy, anyone, Amy, Anton, anyone, I don't care how long you've been here. When you say your business isn't working, your business isn't growing, are you really working your business? I remember having that defining moment where I thought I was doing all the things in my business. And then I looked at what other leaders were doing. I looked at Host to Post, looked at TikTok. I looked at Facebook stories, all these things that all these leaders were doing, and I wasn't doing all of them. I wasn't consistent. I wasn't truly showing up in every way that I could to grow my business. So we tell ourselves, because we like to lie to ourselves, we tell ourselves, I'm doing everything. My business isn't working, but I'm doing everything I could. It's just not working. It's not for me. No, you're not working, or you're not working as hard as you could.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I used to get pissed off when anybody would say that I wasn't working the business. And it's such a level of growth when you realize that you're not working the business. And I realized that, like, for instance, if you take a day off work, the money stops. So why do I think that if I take a day off of It Works, that the money won't stop for me taking that day off? If I don't put a moment of my time, even if it's just a moment of my time, into this business today, why would I expect a return? I didn't put anything in. Same way with a 9-to-5 job. If I don't go, I'm going to get nothing out of it. If I don't show up here, I'm going to get nothing from nothing. If I don't show up, nothing's going to become of that. So it took a lot for me to come to grips with that, because I used to be upset, like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm overwhelmed. And that was a lot of my personal stuff too, because I'm like, well, I got this going on, I'm in school, I'm working, 2 toddlers, single mom, kid with special needs. Like, I felt like I was all over the place. And I felt like if I did one little thing or 2 little things in regards to It Works, that I was trying, but you can do better. You can you can always do better. So I just had to put my head around that and not be offended because I wasn't doing my best. And I'm probably not doing my best today, but that's because we can always be better than we are right now.
That was so good. And I'm so proud of you for being real about that. And that's the thing, you guys. So look at, even a broke clock is right twice a day. So if life is getting in your way, if you didn't see my post, go look at the post I made this morning. I was very real and very raw. I shared a very vulnerable side of myself that for years I hid, legit hid. You can't see in the video, because my autoimmune is flared up, I look like I got attacked. Like my mouth, I look like I got pummeled in the mouth. And it's because when I have autoimmune flare-ups, I get cold sores. I used to hide in my house when that would happen. This morning, I posted a picture of my mouth for y'all to see on social media, and I talked about my struggles, and I talked about my business. And so even on the days where life is getting the best of you, talk about that. Like, people love when you're real and raw. And one of the things I've noticed, I've always been real, but I haven't always shared everything. I've kept some things that I was embarrassed of, and now I'm just real and raw and open with everything. And so many people can relate to that. And so the more that you are consistent and you're talking about the products and you're posting and you're doing the things, the more people are going to pay attention, the more people are going to relate to it. Guys, it takes 2 seconds. If you're using the products, it takes 2 seconds to post yourself making the products. Post a picture, do a quick video. If you're not using the products, unless you just joined, then shame on you, because you should be using the product. Are you?
Oh my God, I just want to add really quick. I got the probiotic the other day and I made a post today and someone was like, oh, can you tell me more about this? So I mean, again, it goes back to people watch if you actually post. And then also I want to just say really quickly about being a brave thing and being raw. I post makeup free picture once a week of myself. So I consider myself a brave moment as well. There you go. Continue.
And that is a brave moment. And you're right about, you guys, people are watching. They can feel if you're not into this. If you're not passionate and you're just kind of like, people can feel that. If you're not posting about using the products personally, people are like, why is she selling something she's not using? So you need to be using the products. Again, if you just joined, you have a grace period because you're literally just joined, but you need to be using the products. I mean, this is my second collagen today. My hair is falling out, y'all. I'm like chugging collagen, but I'm using the products every day. Right now, I can only use like 3 of the products. You better believe I'm using them and talking about them. And I'm talking about the ones I'm not using.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you caught in my stories, but I think the other Brandy might have, and a couple other people that aren't here, but I just had to let people know, like, yeah, I use my products, but in my story, I did a like quick reel, like I'm out of products and I'm looking for the delivery man, like, just so they know, like, yeah, you might not have seen me post about my coffee and stuff, but yeah, I'm looking out for my delivery dude, and believe me, there's gonna be some stories coming, but I didn't want them to be like, oh, she just fell off and ain't using nothing. No, I'm looking for my delivery driver.
Yep, and that's a great point. And so being a product of the product, but then being real and authentic on social media. The other side to all this, you guys, this is not hard. It is not difficult. And we overcomplicate things. We overcomplicate things on the products. We don't need to know everything about every product. We don't need to dissect or try and change anything. They have a 20-year-old proven system that works. Post about the products. If people don't like them, they won't buy them. People do like them and will buy them. I have a crazy natural-minded following that picks apart everything. And guess what? Some of them natural-minded, Bonnie's one of them. Some of those natural-minded mamas have joined my team. Some of them are my customers because they know me and they trust me and they see me talking about something. So they try it. Recruiting. You guys, we overcomplicate recruiting. I get it. It's scary to talk to people. I get it. If you're new and you haven't made a lot of money, then you're like, kind of feel like a fraud. How am I going to talk to people about making money from home when I'm not really making much money from home? Okay. Fake it till you make it. All of us here are part of a team. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. Use each other's stories. You don't have to be making $10,000 a month to talk about working from home. Every one of you on here is a business owner. You all own your own business now, and you all earn an income from home. Whether it's $20 you made last month or $2,000 you made last month, you made an income from your cell phone. So talk about that. And talk about it. If you watch my posting, I post pictures of my day. So like, for instance, we went to Jekyll Island. On our way here, we stopped in Georgia for 2 nights, right? I took a ton of pictures. Mike is the kind of person that makes a post and he posts 15 pictures at once. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He doesn't utilize social media like we do. If you notice, I'm dripping a picture every like 3 days from that trip. Anytime you do anything, take pictures. Take a bunch of pictures and then you have content. The days where I'm like, I do not feel like getting in front of the camera, I don't feel like doing this, I go back and post pictures that I haven't posted yet. There are days where I do not want to do a TikTok. So guess what? On the days that I do feel like doing it, I'll do 10 or 15 different TikToks, probably 10, and save them. So you'll notice like yesterday I had a black sweatshirt on that said coffee chick, and I posted a couple of TikToks. You'll see me post a couple tomorrow that have that same shirt on that I filmed the other day. So we overcomplicate this. We overthink it. With recruiting, drop a 1 in the comment if you joined after I sent you the video. The new video the opportunity video that everybody cried about. Because I know there's some of you on here that have. Drop a 1 in the comments. But yeah, reusing videos, I'll get to that. I have that opportunity video that was our training from like a month or 2 ago. I share that with every single potential. Danielle just told you she joined because of that. Danielle and I talked yesterday. Jessica joined because of that video. Danielle and I talked and she watched that video and was like, oh my gosh, I felt that video. I took notes. I had one girl tell me she was in tears watching the video. Do not overcomplicate this. I send every potential that video and I say, hey, watch this video and then text me when you're done and we can set up a time to talk. Do you know that Danielle, this might make you all laugh. Danielle, do you mind unmuting? Can I ask you a question unmuted? If you can't right now, it's totally okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, when we talked last night, before we hung up, did I even tell you the name of the company?
Nope.
When did you see the name of the company?
It wasn't until you sent me the link
To
and
join.
I like opened it up. Yeah, to join. Yeah, you didn't tell me you told me about the company, but you didn't tell me the name of it.
So and thank you for agreeing to come on and say that. So Danielle joined this morning. So I literally got like off the phone with her where she was like, I want to do this. I want to join. I want to do this. She didn't even know the name of the company and she was in. So then I sent her my link and she legit messaged me back, was like, oh my God, my sister used to sell this. I used a couple of the products, one of the products, I think. And then she joined. So again, don't overthink this. I don't lead with the name of the company. Yes, you're joining the company to sell their products, but you're joining me and my team. You're joining Pam and Sundiata. You're joining Brandy. You're joining Monica. You're joining Deborah. You're joining Carissa. You're joining a team and you're selling yourself to somebody. So I didn't tell Danielle any of my accomplishments, any of Mike's accomplishments, what our ranks were. I didn't tell her any of that. I shared that video, talked about our team. Our stories have some, like, what's the word? My brain is fried. Our stories are very similar. So I related to her on that level. Oh my gosh. Some things you were saying, like I went through that. I dealt with that. Your ex-husband sounds like my ex. Like I was able to relate to her. And that's all you're doing, you guys. It's really not hard to recruit when you do that. And when you share your story on social media, you guys, I've said this since day one of you being either on my team or on my trainings, share or steal my posts and change them and make them your own. Most of my posts, when I don't feel like posting and I don't feel like doing anything, I go to a few go-to leaders pages and I steal their posts and I change them and make them mine. There's no shame in that. Yes, and I'm seeing some of the comments. You do not need to overcomplicate. You don't want to say too much and you don't want to master everything. Even seeing you use that word, you don't need to master everything. When I jumped into TikTok, I didn't master TikTok. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. If you go back and watch some of my old videos, I didn't know that when you stop a clip and then you green screen and add stuff in, like I was going, you could see my arm going to end the video. I didn't know that I could cut that out. So all my beginning videos sucked. But I didn't know that. I didn't care. I just was going. So you don't need to master everything. You don't need to overcomplicate. Someone wants to say something. Yeah, give me 1 second. When you share stories, I share company slides in the stories. So if you look in the stories, that is the only place you will see me post product images and the company name. That is just how I do things. That's how a lot of the top 10 leaders, that's how they do things. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I'm going to follow the people that are crushing it and do what they do. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm
I saw
on.
you.
Okay. I wanted to say that that is so true what Brittany has told you guys. Don't be afraid to contact your upline. Me, myself, Brandy knows I have been here for about a year now, and I still message her. I will call her. I will send her a voice clip. I will do whatever I can. It's real quick. Hey, Brandy, it's me. Real quick. Can I get help? Just ask her what you need. Don't be afraid of your upline. And if you can't get a hold of Brandy, anyone else is available. That's one thing about our team. We are always available to help. No matter what question you have, concerns, whatever you need, we are here to help. I still get help, and I've been here a year in. So it doesn't matter how old you are, how long you've been here, Brandy still gets help. Brandy still goes to her upline. So just remember that. Don't be afraid. Don't think that, oh, I'm in this by myself. I can't do this. I'm afraid. I don't know. We're here. We're here.
That was great. And I'm so glad you shared that. So listen, that's what the team chat is for, you guys. If you guys know, if it's after 9:30, 10 o'clock, you got to be real lucky to catch me on my phone. But the team chat, some of y'all are night owls. Amy works night shifts. Some of you are up late and will respond to each other. So go in there and ask questions. And yes, I actually don't have an upline, if that tells you anything, and how hard it was for me to get started. Our main position, we don't have like a upline leader above us. And so I didn't have anyone to go to in the beginning. So do you know what I did? Because I didn't have anyone to go, I couldn't go up. I went sideways. I went to Kay Souter, Rochelle Coakley, Brittany Hayes, the girls that I was, oh my God, I thought Amy just said, don't bug me. I'm like, Amy, dang, a little rude there, girlfriend. That's not what she said. So I went sideways to the girls that I was connecting with and asked them for help. You guys, we have been here almost 3 years. Do you know that yesterday I went to Rochelle Coakley for help? And what Rochelle helped me with was the new distributor training board that I sent to all the leaders, and they're going to get down to all of you guys. But I said to Rochelle, you know what? I'm struggling on training everybody properly. I'm struggling with, I want to make sure that when I bring you in, I give you the best start possible so you don't kind of start slow and then fizzle off. I want to give you the best start possible. What are you using? And because everyone is so one team, one mission, Rochelle was like, girl, I have a new distributor training board. I'll add you to it. So always, 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 yeah, see, look at Monica's comment. I would rather see people drop questions in the group chat instead of wondering if they're feeling alone. The green in her loves to help if she can. So again, color personalities, and we need to do those. I know, Monica, we never did that training. Life got crazy, but I'll drop the color personality test in the team chat, and we need to do that. I think maybe we'll do a separate, like not our Wednesday night training, maybe we'll do a separate night training to do it. But it's really important to know the color personalities because Monica and I are completely flipped. So I am red and blue. If you don't know what this is, we'll send you the test. But reds are very motivated, very driven, type A, competitive, financially motivated. Blues are like the life of the party. They thrive around people. You're drawn to them. Yellows and greens are the more like, they're more cautious. They are question answered, like they ask a lot of questions. They're very organized. They're very like systematic. They tend to be a little shyer and a little quieter. And so knowing those colors and knowing how we can work together, Monica and I've got this down to a science. Like I can go recruit anybody. I can talk to anybody. I have zero fear. But then I'm the person that'll sit here on a training and I'll launch a competition. And 5 minutes after I launched it, I forgot what I said. And so Monica has learned to take notes. And when we get off of training, when I do that, she's like, I just want to let you know, this is what you said. This is what you did. So it's really good to I don't feel like I have to do it all. I don't feel like I have to try and be this super organized person that I'm not, because that takes away from the outgoing, loud person that I am, that I can recruit all the people and bring them in. So we help each other. And so that's one thing I really like. So then I want to share with you about talking to people too. So you know that we do a lot of this on social media, and I build probably 98% of my business on social media. Our lives are so crazy that when we're not traveling, when we're not doing all those things, I don't like to leave my house. Those of you know me well, I don't like to leave my house. Like, I'm not even big on the, hey, let's go to dinner. Like, I legit would prefer to stay home in my sweatpants all day or out by our pool. I don't like to leave my house. Social media is great for that. But when I do go somewhere, I talk to everybody. So I'll give you a couple examples. We are in Ohio. We're staying at Mike's ex-wife, not Amy. We're staying at Mike's ex-wife, Nicole's house. And I ordered Instacart. And this girl came to the door to deliver my groceries. And she was adorable, and she was bubbly, and she was sweet. And I was like, hey, can I share something with you? And I shared with her a 30-second commercial about what we do. And I was like, can I give you my number? And she's like, yeah. And she hands me her phone, and I put my number in. I'm like, okay, just text me and I'll send you some info. And if it's something you're interested in, great. If you're not, girl, seriously, no worries. She texted me within 5 minutes. We've been texting. That was, I think, Monday-ish. I don't remember what it was. We've been texting for several days. I just talked to her today. She's joining on Friday. Okay. I was in sweatpants that day. I was not like looking presentable. I could have just grabbed my groceries and shut the door, but I didn't. And so another example, we went down, Amy and Mike and the kids and I all went down to Mohican today to visit Mike's brother's grave. Okay. And so we went out to dinner after at this lodge that we always stay at. And it was a very interesting dinner. We had like a code red creeper thing going on with some weird guy, but the server, like the guy was like taking pictures of it was really creepy. The server totally had our back, jumped in to help with the situation, then was like just super sweet. And Amy and I were like, we really like her. Before we left, I went up to her and gave her my card. And I just said a little bit about our story and what we're doing. And I said, this is, what did I say? I said, the brunette over there, she and I both work together from home on social media. And I said, actually, she's his ex-wife. We're one big blended family. It's great. We have fun. I was like, but I don't know if you are looking for anything outside of this, but we really enjoyed you. So if you are looking for something extra, shoot me a text, find me on Facebook, let's chat. It was that simple. It took 2 minutes for me to talk to her, and then I walked away. She was like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, that's awesome. Talk to everybody. Anytime you interact with someone that looks like a Knitworks person, has a great personality, and when I say looks like a Knitworks person, you know what I mean? Like, when I see any young girl or any girl, I'm like, you look like a Knitworks girl. I'm going to recruit you. If they have a good personality, if there's something about them, some people you can just feel their spirit, share the opportunity with them. If they tell you no, so what? But what if they tell you yes? So Bonnie asked about presenting products to businesses. Bonnie, you and I should get on a call. You're so like me. I tried to go that route, and that's a really hard route to go. Not saying it can't be done, but I'm going to pick on you for a minute, but I would bring you back in and don't overcomplicate it. Focus on social media, focus on growing your following, focus on those things. Get on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, girl, you got that new tripod, get on TikTok. Don't overcomplicate it, but then you can go back and work some of that in. So, when I first joined, I have all these connections here in Ohio. I used to be on the news all the time. I used to coach business owners, help business owners get on the news. So I had all these connections, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get all these business owners and chiropractors and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And while some of them do decide to do it, my my biggest leg in my business is my best friend who owns the largest single point weight loss center in the United States. She's in Canton, Ohio. She retails, I mean, an insane amount of products every month. Insane. She's a double diamond. So it can be done, but it's a much harder close than the random person on social media. So that's my 2 cents on that. Pam, let me read what you said. Pretty decent selling, no problem with talking to people. However, I have a lot of business clients that follow me. My phone is filled with family and business clients or partners. Products, I often feel judged and must I spend my time on this. So Pam, honestly, I would work on changing up your following a little bit. So while you do have a lot of business people that follow you, I would like, so for me, I'll give you an example. Yours is business people, mine is natural minded moms. So I have created this following of natural minded moms that don't vaccinate, we eat organic, like homeschool. And so some of them are interested in some of the products, but a lot of them are like, ew, MLM, that's not, I don't want anything to do with that. Or they're picking apart ingredients or whatever. And so what I did was I kept pushing forward, not caring what they were thinking, but I started expanding my following to people outside of that circle. And that has helped me a ton. But then do you guys do TikTok?
Talk. The thing is with
You're breaking up really bad.
and
Are you there?
yeah,
You're like, it's breaking up really bad. We'll give her a minute.
Brandy, can you all hear me?
We can.
While she's getting, while Pam is getting her phone, I would like to say this to Pam. Now, her audience, like you said, I totally agree that she needs to, ignore or, refreshing her audience because she's seasoned in this. But I am, let's just say this, I'm a very blessed woman, okay? And now this is my point of view, and I deal with people with money, and we're really blessed. So if I saw, because she said she feel judged, right? So if I saw her, because I listened to her, and I'm gonna speak with her, a little later on this week, but she's the type of person that I would want to do. I think she's in taxes, talking financial. The nuggets that she drops, right? She's so, it's like attractive. Like she draws the audience in. It's like I know what she's doing, but it's a mysterious thing. Is how is she making this all work? It's not that she's not working. When I look at Pam, I think I call her a super mom. So I want to tell you this, Pam, you don't look like you're not doing any work. You look like Superwoman. You need to go ahead and get an S on your chest. And I am a woman who can get the top of the line financial advisors, like brokers. I don't deal, the way my taxes are, I can't deal with HR block. We can't go to a little local. We can't do that. Okay. I would tell my husband, you would be the one to do my financials because you keep it real. You're able to talk on both spectrums and you know what you're doing. So tonight, we vaporize that because that is not true. I'm a millionaire and I would choose you.
I love that. See, and that's okay. So we are often our own worst critics. We're harder on ourselves than anyone else would be on us. And the feeling judged, I felt that for a long time. But then I got to the point where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if someone's judging me. I don't care if they're anti-MLM. I don't care if they don't like my business or they don't like the way I talk about things. They don't like this. I don't like that. I don't care. because the door through heaven is not through their yard. Like where I'm going, I don't need to go look at, you know, the people that are judging you. Most people that are doing better than you aren't going to judge you. I mean, let's be real. Most people, even if they don't love MLMs, if they see you succeeding, they're not usually going to judge you. MLM is multi-level marketing. So what I would tell you, and I get the balance of two businesses, and I get that can be tough, and you don't want to upset this set of clients. You want to build this set of clients. I would, where do you do most of your social media? Is it Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, everything's on Facebook. And Randy Jackson, thank you so much, because I have worked so hard to get to this point where I'm able to still talk to my clients that follow me, but still market. Everything I do on social media really has a lot to do with the products and Bifflin and, you know, pulling people in to think from a different level of other than just buying my product from me as a partner. Up until just a few months ago, is when, you know what, I know the vision that I have, know who I'm trying to, who's the team I'm trying to get, and I don't really care about see the professionals, you know, because they think they're professionals, CPAs and the agents, the financial. Those people are looking at me because I'm in a lot of. They're looking at me like, you do that thing, right? But what I'm trying to get to understand is y'all missing an entire market of people who are opportunities. I'll take it, but my whole social media tailored to the network marketing stuff. I'm 100% thing from
Up again.
I'm
Pam, you're breaking up again. So you're breaking up again. I think what I would tell you is I wouldn't focus on those people. So I started this wanting to recruit the athletes' wives I knew, the business owners, the this and that. Do you know who I'm really recruiting? I'm recruiting the moms. I'm recruiting the women on social media who are home with their kids, who just want more, who want to pay for something with their kids. They want to pay off some debt. They want to pay for a wedding. They want to pay for their kids' cheer. That's who I'm recruiting. And that's the bulk of this business. It is. It's the moms, it's the women that, you know, want to make an extra $250 to $500 a month. Because we need to remember that the average person joining your team isn't someone that has the dream to go make $10,000 a month. Now they may develop that dream as they go, because once you get a taste of it and you grow, your dreams get bigger. But the average person only wants to make a couple $100 a month. So, Pam, my advice for you would be, as far as Facebook and those things, keep doing what you're doing. Stay true to yourself. Don't worry about what people say. They will start paying attention. And this is it's like a double-edged sword. But once you achieve more success, they'll start paying attention to you more. Sucks, but that's the way it works. But pick a different social media outlet. I am telling you guys, get on TikTok. If you are not on TikTok, I'm telling you, it is the way to go. It's growing my Instagram because I'm guiding them from TikTok over to Instagram. So it's helping grow my Instagram. I mean, I'm talking to like 10 different potentials right now. I don't normally have that many potentials going on. And usually if I do, potentials are coming from Hostapost. I didn't have a single name in Hostapost last week because I've had so much going on. I had to really focus, like, okay, I'm focused on TikTok. I'm going to stay in my lane. Now the drawing this week is $1,000 So I'm gonna focus because that's a big one and a lot of people will want to enter. But go to TikTok, Pam. Do TikTok and don't make your TikTok be full of clients. Don't even tell them you're on there.
If
Get
I
a
can,
whole-
I mean, I can let you finish. I just want to say something about TikTok. Yeah, I can let you finish.
Go ahead. No, you're good.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, so with TikTok, I actually like TikTok more because nobody really knows me on TikTok, like on a personal level. So I can really like, not that I can say anything, but I feel more comfortable versus like doing stuff on Facebook or Instagram per se versus TikTok because nobody really knows me. So I can be more freeing, more, if you can believe it, I can be more myself versus more limited on Facebook because I'm a shy little boy that I don't like attention on myself. But really though, TikTok to me is more opening creatively. I can do things that I wouldn't necessarily do on Facebook or Instagram. So there.
I agree 1,000% with that. And one thing I said to Mike the other day was, wow. Now, okay, wait, I'll get to what I said. You guys, I built all the way to triple on Facebook. I was not on TikTok. I barely used Instagram. I recruited one distributor ever, lifetime, on my way to triple from Instagram, and she turned out to be a crazy person that's been on like 8 different people's teams, and it works. She's cray. She joined one time and was a girl by one name from Kentucky, and she joined again and was Muslim and had her face covered and was going by a different name. She was cray. Yeah, cray. That was the only person I ever recruited off Instagram. That's my Instagram story. But what I've noticed about TikTok, you guys, people are so much more willing to connect on TikTok. So Instagram, I feel like Instagram is great for influencers who have a ton of a following. I feel like Instagram is their lane. Facebook, I feel like people are a lot more like, you friend someone you're not friends with on Facebook, and oftentimes they'll message you and be like, do I know you? Right? We've all had that happen. Facebook people are a lot more like guarded and private. TikTok, everybody's commenting, everybody's following. I am getting so many influencer applications filled out, so many people responding to that message I send to everybody. People are more willing to be open to an opportunity on TikTok. I don't know why. I don't understand it. Mike said it's because everybody's young on there. But I'm like, I have a lot of people that aren't young following me, so I don't know. But people are more open on TikTok. So I avoided it. I've told you guys this. I avoided it for like 8 or 9 months after the rest of the company started doing it. And I'm so mad at myself for waiting so long to do it. Because the success I'm having now, imagine where my business would be. And it was the only reason I wasn't on it. I was in my own way. I was my own worst enemy. I couldn't get over myself. I didn't want to do it. I gave myself every excuse why I shouldn't do it. And then one day it finally clicked after I watched somebody. Yeah, Bonnie, you and I are very similar in a lot of ways, and you definitely need to get over yourself a lot like I did. You have to. A lot of the things I see you saying, I'm like, oh, that was me. Oh, that was me. Hold on, I'm reading what Pam said. Yeah, get more active on TikTok, Pam. People are more authentic. And you guys, you can do this without sacrificing who you are. So that was one of my biggest things. I'm not, and I joke about it, like, welcome to TikTok where I'm not naked. I'm not silly. Like, I'm not funny. I don't dance. Like, you can be yourself on there just like you would on another social media platform. Chris is liking it better. Someone else said that. I actually am finding that I like TikTok better. I am focusing more energy on TikTok than I am on the other social media outlets. But I'm still going and posting on Facebook and Instagram and in my stories. You have to stay consistent through all the platforms. But TikTok is fun. And if you don't feel like doing a video, you know one thing, Brandy Jackson woke up viral. I just got to 13,000 and felt like I feel like I'm TikTok famous. I hope Mike understands that. Like I am TikTok famous. He better realize that. But I've started like, okay, what can I do? I want people to come to my page for content. I want them to come there for something, right? Not just me imitating other people's videos. So I've started daily, and this is helping me stay accountable with something. I'm daily posting my devotional. Guys, I take a picture of my devotional when I read it. I put worship music to the picture, and I post it with some hashtags every day. I forgot yesterday. I did it and I edited it, and then I fell asleep last night and forgot to post it. But it's helping me stay accountable to make sure I read my devotional every day, because I know, oh crap, I got to get that video up. So Brandy, that's awesome. Brandy went from 200 to 2K overnight. And that's the thing with TikTok. Once you get moving, it moves fast. And you guys, I hit 10,000 and went from 10,000 to 13,000 like that. Like, I don't even know how it happened. So stick with it, stay consistent. Someone have something to say? No? Okay. Stay consistent, show up across whatever platforms you're using, stay out of your own way. And you guys, here's the biggest thing. If you get discouraged, because we all do, remember, I told you that there's several, it hasn't happened in a while, but there's been several times where Mike has had to snap me out of my funk. Where I'm like, the company's not doing this, my team's not doing this, my business isn't this, products, I'm like making all these excuses, and Mike will bring me back down to reality. And that's okay. That's okay. What's not okay is sitting there in your discouragement and not telling anybody, and then deciding you're going to give up. So when you get discouraged, when you get frustrated, when you get down, do not jump in the team chat and we don't bring negativity into the group chat, but message somebody. Message your upline. Don't ever message your downline with like discouragement or drama, but message your upline, message a sideline, message somebody that I know some of you have connected and started to get to know each other. Message me and we will give you a word of encouragement. We'll take a moment with you, and then we'll kick you on the rear and get you moving again. A mommy train. So if you Google mom follow party or follow trains, not Google, if you go in TikTok, y'all know after 9 o'clock, I turn into a pumpkin. If you look on TikTok and search follow party, mom follow party, it'll bring up all those videos and what it is. And you can go to my page and see the ones I've done. Guys, every time I do these, they go freaking viral. I mean, I just did one the other day that's got like 17,000 views. It was a picture, you guys, a picture. But the point of it is to comment where you're from and how many kids you have. And then you go through and you like all the other comments in the video. And everybody who likes your comment, you're supposed to follow back. So I go through and like everyone else's comments, and they're going to follow me. And then everyone who likes my comment, I go and follow them.
Brandy, can I add something?
Yeah.
Can I add something to this before we get off? I want to say this to everybody that's on here, because I'm seeing it in a lot of people. And y'all, please don't take this the wrong way. If this is your only means of income, I understand. But we can't, if you become desperate, and that's why I appreciate Brandy for saying Mike has to, because men are not, there are some men that are, but for the most part, men are not as emotional as women. Okay, we take things way personal faster. Okay, so there are a lot of you may have leaders that are like this, or, I just want you to understand that this does not happen overnight. You got some people that hit in 90, 60 days ranks, or then you got some people it took 2 years to hit Ruby. But what I'm saying is, don't be so hard on yourself where you become desperate and you want to quit. and then you start spamming your page. Nobody is going to look at your page. I don't care if it worked 8 years ago. There are too many women doing it works. If you're looking at your page and it's just it works. No, nobody's going to look at you're pushing everybody away because now you're coming in desperate mode. This business will not work in desperate mode because that's the energy you're putting out. And people say, oh, I know that's that girl and it works. You have no mystery about yourself. And then when people do come to your page, you are attracting those type of people. And then they're not moving like you want because you are in desperation mode. Now, sometimes desperation mode will push you into greatness, but that's only because you got a plan. And you're sure, like, I can do this. But y'all, please don't give up, because it does work, but it takes time for certain people. Like, everybody's not Jared. Everybody's not Jared. Don't compare yourself with Jared Wilkins. So that's all I want to say, Brandy.
No, that was great. And that's a valid point. Like, Jared came in breaking records. Mike went ambassador in 10 months. Do you know how many other ambassadors I've met that have taken 4 or 5 years to go ambassador? And so
wow. Are you serious? Okay, so 10 months. That's right. So it took him. So you all did. And see, Brandy, it's becoming desperate, and you can see the energy. You can feel the energy on the page. You're taking everything off of the Telegram and loading their pages. I load my stories, but it's a mysterious thing. I work out, so I tell people what I use. But when you become desperate, it's not a good energy.
I agree 100%. And if you to play off that, when you're desperate, you attract the negative, desperate people, right? And if you have to beg someone to join, you're going to be begging them to stay. If you're positive and confident, you're going to attract positive, confident people. We attract people like us. We attract people that are, guys, the whole world is about energy. Everything in life is about energy. We feed off each other's energy. How many of you have ever been around someone? Drop a 1 in the comments if you've ever been around someone and when you leave them, you are so drained, it's not even funny. Okay, because you're mirroring their energy. Now, when you get off one of these trainings, you get off Jared's Saturday morning trainings, when you're around a group of positive people, drop a 2 in the comments. If when you leave someone super positive, you float out of there. You're ready to crush the freaking world. You could do anything, accomplish anything. No one can ever get you down. Look at that. See the difference in that? We mirror energy. And that's the way our pages are. That's the way our recruiting goes. And so while you're building your way up that ladder, you have to hold the confidence. You have to hold that way about yourself that you are a freaking ambassador diamond. You are a multimillionaire. Nobody can tell you can't do this. You're going to do anything you want to and succeed. You have to always say that to yourself, right? You have to always remember that. And so what she's saying about spamming, if you look, so the word influencer has become very big and people are shifting to this whole influencer platform. So the reason with influencers is because the attraction marketing, influencers have a following, people trust them. You follow your favorite influencer on Instagram, they recommend a product, you're buying the product. Everybody is buying those crazy butt leggings off TikTok. The leggings that make your butt look really good for girls like me that don't have a butt. I haven't bought them yet, but I want to because I don't have a butt. Everybody's buying those butt leggings. So, Pam, we need a picture, Pam. I need to see them. But see, bought them and they don't work. See, I'm glad I didn't buy them. But you bought them because some influencer did a video on TikTok and you're like, dang, look at her butt. I don't want my butt to look like that. I'm going to buy those leggings. So it's the same with this. See, look how many of you are saying you bought them. That's hilarious. So you don't want to spam your page. If you look at any other successful leader in network marketing, any other influencer, they're very vague. You don't know what company they're in. You don't know what product they're selling. And that's how you want to do things. I don't tell my potentials what company they're joining until I've said everything I want to say. Then if they ask, I tell them. If they don't, I just send them the link. Not that I'm hiding the company we're in, but I want them so excited to join this amazing opportunity. They don't care what company it is. They want to join us. They want to be part of what we're doing. And when you spam your page, Brandy, I need some of your butt. My butt does not look like whoa. They see your page and they're like, oh, it works. Oh, that's all she talks about. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, you guys, I've been real about my story. I said no for a while to It Works. If I would have seen a girl posting something that said It Works, I would have paid it no attention. I would have paid it no attention because in my mind, I didn't like the company. I didn't like the products. I didn't want anything to do with it. But I was listening to they and them that didn't like the products, that didn't like the company, and they didn't really know what they were talking about. But I listened to them. So don't spam your page. Go look at my page. Go look at Kay Souter's page or Brittany Hayes or Rochelle Coakley or Christy Christensen or Jade Hooper. Any of these women that are crushing it, Ashley Mayfield, they don't have It Works all over their page. They're selling themselves, their lifestyle. I'll wrap this up real quick. Even if you made $50 last month and that $50 took you and your man out to dinner, or you made $50 and it paid for a new pair of shoes for your son, talk about that. That is the power of this business. That is the power of this opportunity. Carissa got 1K views from posting It Works. Well, see, that's great and it worked for you. I do post, now let me tell you this. On TikTok, when I make the celery, I do hold the jar on TikTok when I do a celery video, but I don't say what it is. I call it my green juice or I don't say like it's It Works just celery. So if something's working for you, Carissa, stick with it. I do in my stories. My stories are all It Works slides, but that's another thing. If your stories are all just It Works or your page is all just It Works, then people are going to unfollow you. You have to provide something of value. So on TikTok, I'm trying to provide value. I'm trying to provide positivity, a little bit of God, a little bit of funny, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There you go. I don't know who did that, but that's a great list. I think that might have been Brandy. So same with your stories. When I started putting It Works, just It Works products in my stories, my views went down. But then when I started working in memes and all the funny stuff I do and all my like things that I'm obnoxious and passionate about, I put those in my stories and I put It Works in between them. Then my views went back up. And people know now to go find these memes, they have to go in my stories and they're going to have to see the It Works along the way. So, all right, what else? I already know everything. Yeah, see, if you spam, people don't have to come to you. If you're spamming things, they're not coming to you asking for questions. I keep things so vague about the opportunity or the products. I want people to ask me questions. I want them to wonder what I'm doing or what is that coffee you talk about or what is this or what is this opportunity? All right, so we'll wrap this up because I'm gonna lose my voice here in a few minutes. I want to end with, if you're doing the influencer application, switch to Milkshake. I just switched yesterday to Milkshake, and Milkshake is amazing. It's more updated. It's more like a blog. It's prettier. So definitely switch to Milkshake. Deleting people quarterly, and then I will jump off. So I do it monthly because I hit 5,000 every month. So however it is you choose to do it, I go through and delete friends typically every month. And so I go through and anything that anyone that doesn't have a profile picture, typically their page is deactivated. Now you can click on their page to make sure, but typically their page is deactivated. I delete every deactivated account. I don't care if it's my best friend. I'm deleting them. When she comes back on Facebook, she can friend request me again. Hope I'm not at 5,000. But I delete every deactivated account. And then I go through and like, oh, Justin, who I legit have not talked to since senior year. Bye. Why are you on? Like, what good does it do me to have you on my page? So, and I don't feel bad. And if someone messages me and was like, oh my God, did you delete me? Because that does happen every now and then. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. My little secret thing that I say is, oh my gosh, I have a girl that manages my social media and she cleans things up for me. And I'm so sorry. I can add you back. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So, but don't like, seriously, if you have your page full of people that you haven't talked to since you were in high school, you haven't talked to in 20 years, there's no reason to be connected to them. They're just taking up space. Last thing is It Works people. Do not fill your page full of It Works reps. Do not have 300 sidelines on your Facebook. That does you no good. It takes up space on your friends list. Some of you, I haven't even accepted your friend request. I can't accept everybody. We probably have, I don't even know, I'd have to look. We have thousands and thousands of distributors in our overall downline of the main position. My Facebook could legit be full of just our entire team. And then I have no business. I have no one to talk to, right? No one to recruit. So turn on the follow button, allow followers on Facebook, and allow those people to follow you. But they don't need to be your friend on Facebook. If you connect with someone, that's a different story. But that's just my 2 cents. If you don't participate in my page, follow me on IG. Yeah, there you go. I've found that most people that I let go of that I haven't talked to since high school, Monica, could you just yawn? I feel like you yawn, you just made me yawn. I'm not gonna miss them. Like, honestly, they're legit is a guy named Justin Fields that I was friends with when I was younger. And I just went and looked at his page and he hadn't posted in like over a year. And I'm like, and I haven't talked to you, no joke, since high school. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be 40 this year. Eek, I don't like saying that out loud. So we're talking, I graduated in 2000. We're talking 21 years that I have not like interacted with this guy. Why are we friends on Facebook? So don't feel bad about that. All right, I'm gonna go get ready for bed. I'm exhausted. Saturday morning training. And then Monica, I'll get with you and we'll pick a day that we can do the color personality test, because I think you guys will all really enjoy that. This was really good. I did record. I will ask Mike when he's up at 5 in the morning, sitting down there on the couch, if he can upload this for us, and I'll get this to you guys tomorrow. So thank you all. I love you guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys soon.